are on the field now. Liberty Center had won the toss, deferred, and will be kicking off to the Blue Streaks. A lot at stake, like we said, and Liberty's going to have to let it all hang out here, Jim. The pass is going to have to be there. The weapons of Andy Silvas, Jesse Smith, Seth Atkinson, the speed in the backfield from Zyder, and the Smith brothers, and their Smith twins, and quarterback Joe Jurasics in our offensive line. They're going to have to put out a full, big effort tonight.
Right, everything's got to click, as you say, and the casual fan has said, well, why aren't the Tigers rolling up big scores like they did earlier in the season? But quite frankly, the level of competition has improved, and Wasion and Bryan on any given night, they could be right in the thick of the competition for this, the oldest football league in the state. But we'll look for everybody clicking on the Tiger side of the ball and just see if they can put some points up early and often. We know they've got tremendous big play capability, and they're going to need to rely on that tonight. Archbold likes a ball control type offense and likes to use the clock and really grind it out. Well, we're ready for kickoff, Glenn.
Jurasics the kick for the Tigers. Deeper, Greaser forward, and Dominic. The kick is a short one, fielded at the 30 and out to the 35. On the tackle, you had Ryan Miller. Archbold Blue Streaks will take the ball on the 35-yard line with first down and 10. Lined up the Tiger defense. We've got Bush, Lindgren, and Sharp up front. The ends, we got Sattler and Ziegler. Linebackers like Baum, Kern, Silvas. Handoff, power right side. It's forward. He gets out to about the 38, 39-yard line, where he's wrestled down by a host of Tigers. Smith, Sattler, and Atkinson in on the stop for the Tigers. Yeah, 3-yard gain. Ball rest on the 38-yard line. Second down, 7 yards to go. Big backs go-to back has been Bosselman and forward. Kruger under center, hands off to Bossman off the left side. Bossman out across the 40, not much more there. The Tiger defense right on top of it. Once again, a host of Tigers. Atkinson and Kern in on the tackle. A gain of just about 2 yards, 3 yards, and now you're going to have third down and 3. Ball resting on the Archbold 41-yard line. They're going to show you, Jim, what they're going to do. They're going to put the ball right at you. John Downey, Archbold coach, he likes to put it right at you. They got forward in motion. Kruger drops back to pass. Ziegler applies pressure. Receiver's open, makes the catch where he's knocked out of bounds, but not until he's got the first down at the Tiger 42-yard line.
That was a nice pass play for the Streaks with the other receiver out there kind of cleared out that way. There was just a little seam there, and just a nice play there by the Streak quarterback delivered it. Just a little bit about those kickoffs. The Tigers like to dribble those kickoffs, sometimes giving the opposition a good field position, but preventing a big run back.
That pass was good for the first down. That was Kruger. Here's a handoff forward off the right side. Gets out there quick. Jesse Smith up on the stop. Forward out across the 40, inside the 40, down to about the 39-yard line, 38-yard line, we'll call it. Another host of Tigers tacklers on that. Going through the Tiger defense here, we get the defensive backs. You got Smith, Atkinson, and Zyder. Silverson, the linebacker with Kern. Full house backfield for the Streaks. This is Bossman right up through the middle. Not much there. See Bush coming off the bottom of that pile. Lindgren, the nose guard. And Kern coming in. Good gang tackling so far at this point, Jim.
Yeah, Tiger line seems to be up to the task at this point. Again, it's about a third down and 4. So a key a key play right here in the first drive. If the Tigers can get a stop here, they'll come out of this looking pretty good. But we'll see whether they've got us guessing.
Here we go, 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 3. Full house backfield, forward, straight ahead. He's inside the 35. Appears to be up to around the 33-yard line. It's going to be very close to the first down. I'm going to say he's a foot short.
All right.
We're going to have a big decision here already, but from up here, it looks like he's going to be a good foot short, which is going to give him 4th down, and this is, knowing John Downey, this is probably 4-down territory, unless they want to try to pin the Tigers deep with a punt. I'll take the official timeout for the measurement here.
Ben, you know the percentage. Are you aware of the percentage of run plays that Archbold prefers? And I know they're a heavy run-oriented team, but they will put the ball up on occasion just to keep a defense honest.
I would say they're probably 90% run. I'd have to say they're at least 90% run. They're going to go for it. Here's a big decision early on. This is where you got to be disciplined and watch the football, not to be jumping. They're going to come out with a full house backfield. Kruger will set under center. Volkman, Bosselman, and forward in the backfield. Once again, Bosselman's a big horse. They're going to give it to forward behind Bosselman, and I don't know. Oh, it looks like he's going to get a good spot. It looks like he may have gotten it by about a foot, depending on the spot here. We may measure this. Will they measure this again, or are they going to give him the first down? Yep, enough for the first down. A good defensive surge once again, though.
That was, Glenn. That was close. Tigers put their noses right in there, but the line surge for the Streaks created just enough of a crease, and first down it is. They move the sticks.
Looks like the same personnel set in there for the Tigers yet. Now we've got the wing P offense. Volkman in motion. Kruger rolls out to pass. Ziegler applying pressure, throws behind Volkman, incomplete. Atkinson and Silvis defending on the pass. Just his receiver was there, but Kruger had a little bit of pressure on him and was forced to throw the ball early and threw it behind his intended receiver, Volkman.
Anytime there's a passing attack at all, the best, one of the best features of a defense against that, Glenn, of course, is the rush. If you give any quarterback a long time to throw to people he's familiar to out there, they're going to complete a pretty good percentage of that. But there was some pressure there, and that's what the Tigers have to stay honest and alert to.
That's one thing that the Tigers has hurt the Tigers, is just not getting the pressure. We got forward in motion. Fake pitch. There's the inside handoff, and Lindgren's there to make the stop for a loss. That appears to be about a 4-yard loss. They were not faked on that at all. They run the motion right, fake the pitch, and hit the inside handoff, and nose guard Lindgren gets the penetration needed. And they're going to back them up 3 yards here, and they're going to be faced with a 3rd and 13. And we're looking probably at a passing down here, or maybe they'll go with the draw.
Yeah, that was a good stop by the Tiger lineman there. He sniffed that out all the way and put him back.
Now we're going to have Bosselman be a lone setback. He got forward, split clear out to the left, double tight end, and you've got Volkman split out down here. Kruger straight. There's a handoff right up through the middle. It's Bosselman on a delayed handoff, and he's got the yardage up ahead, enough for the first down. Just as we called it, a run-oriented team, and he does that little draw. You can see it set up with a single back and splitting everybody out. A big break there, and that's enough for the first down.
Yeah, Glenn, he had us fooled there because he ran right by Tigers. It just didn't see him with the ball until he was by him.
Well, that's the delayed handoff, and he just loops it around and hands it underneath to him, and it was there. You can almost see it set up with the wideouts. Kruger under center. Pitch out Bosselman left side, another good penetration, and he stopped, tripped up by number 58, Baum, for the Tigers, who got excellent penetration from the linebacker position and tripped up Bosselman. You don't see a one-arm tackle or Bosselman go down that easy very often, but good pursuit and penetration by Baum on that one. And once again, there's another loss for the Blue Streaks, and now the Tigers have to capitalize on this, Jim.
Yeah, they do. Blue Streaks have come up with some big plays. Otherwise, Tiger defense there.
Volkman, Bosselman set in the backfield. The wing is forward. Kruger rolls out to the right. Once again, pressure hits Volkman. No, he drops it. Once again, though, he's wide open. He had about 3 steps between him and the defender. Silvis came up to cover on Volkman on that pass, and he just couldn't find a handle on the ball to hold on to it.
Yeah, they send out 3 receivers, and 2 of them kind of clear that area for just a little bit, and he was open again. Now, that's just about every time that 31 Volkman's gone out for a pass, he's been there, but the quarterback hasn't hit him every time, luckily for the Tigers, but they're going to have to make some adjustments and keep their eye on number 31.
3rd down, 12 yards to go. The Tigers need to apply the pressure to the quarterback here. Bosselman and Volkman once again a backfield. Volkman in motion to the top of the screen. Kruger fakes the pitch. There's a inside handoff. 1 man to beat. He gets the block, and he's down inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. And another 1st down for the Blue Streaks. They came back with that inside reverse just to the opposite side, and you could see that set up. And Smith turned it inside, and Seth Atkinson comes up to make the stop. But here we go, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Archbold's always been famous for their execution. When they run a play, everybody knows their assignments, and they really carry it out, which bodes well down the road, Glenn.
You're right, Jim. Here we go, Bosselman in forward. Bosselman's a ball carry. He takes it down about to the 5, not much there. Bosselman comes in this game, Jim, I believe, with 23 touchdowns on the year, and forward's not far behind him. It just shows you the rushing that this team has. And they're, like I said, they're going to show it, and they're going to bring it right at you.
Well, you have to notice the Blue Streak play calling on this drive. They've really been mixing it up, and when Tigers get a feel for what's going on, they're there. But, boy, they've got us fooled right now, Glenn.
They run pretty much the same offense. Here we go with a full house. Kruger hands off to forward behind Bosselman. He's down to about the 3, where Kern and Silvis in on the tackle along with Zeiter. Cam Smith coming into the Tiger defense. Baum's coming out. 3rd down and goal from the 3. Very much the same offenses. Both teams show the wing tee, but I think more power football out of the wing tee for the Blue Streaks, and you're going to see Rex utilizing the speed of the Tigers when hitting the dives off of it more often and the quick hitters. Here we go. You got forward in Bosselman once again. Volkman split out. Kruger hands off. This is Bosselman. He just works his way off the left side, and nobody wrapping up, and he takes it, slides into the end zone for the Blue Streak touchdown. With 5:53 remaining in the 1st quarter, the Blue Streak strike first, and the running game is there, Jim.
Oh, that was an impressive drive by the Blue Streaks. They mixed their plays well and fooled the Tigers a couple times badly when they needed a big play. On that particular goal line run, the Tigers pretty well had it stuffed right up the center, but they met him as he slid left, and he just had the strength to keep moving and put up 6 for the Streaks. But Tigers will get their chance here shortly.
Justin Dominic to attempt the extra point. The kick is up and good. Nice strong leg there. So the Blue Streaks strike first with a bolt of lightning early here and go up on the Tigers 7-0. That one statistic that amazes me is John Downey, as head coach at Archbold, won 100 games in 10 seasons at Archbold, and that's only like one of 3 coaches in the United States that has been able to accomplish that. And you think of that with a 10-game schedule, and then you add their playoff games that they had in the 80s, and that's very impressive. Here's the squib kick. Oh, it's mishandled. Sam Smith, he picks it up, back around to 15, 20. He breaks it. 1 man to beat is the kicker. He gets out across the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. 7. About a 60-yard kickoff return there, so the Tigers are going to start with explosive offense right off the bat. What happens quite often is when a ball is mishandled on the kickoff, the defense will overrun their pursuit and enables the offense, the return team, to make a big play, and the Tigers took advantage of that, and they're going to let Sam take a break here and get his breath back after that 60-yard kickoff return down to the Blue Streak 30-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go. That's going to set up Zeider and Cam Smith in backfield along with Atkinson. Jurasic sets up under center. Straight ahead is Zeider. Zeider down at 25. Down to about the 22-yard line. So right away, right up the middle, the quick hitter at the fullback is good for good 7-8 yards, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Tigers, very excellent field position there. That was only their first play from scrimmage, and they're clear down on the 22-yard line right now. But what a play to get them started. I know the fans were all holding their breath, want to know if he's going to pick that ball up, and he just about broke it.
Here we go. Setting up. Same formation, wing T. Jurasic keeps it. Heads out around left end, inside the 20, 15. Host the blockers, 5 down inside the 5-yard line. What a beautiful quarterback keeper, and the blocking. It had a wall of blockers out front of him. Had Zeider and Bush, and Silvis, just a host of Tigers leading the interference up through there. So we're going to have the Tigers quick strike offense down to the 3-yard line for a 1st and goal from the 3. Offensive line appears to be getting off the ball very quickly here. Zeider, Sam Smith, and Atkinson in the backfield. Jurasic's handoff right in the middle. Zeider pounds it down to about the 1-yard line, where it should be 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Tigers. Lining up for the Tigers on offense, we've got Kenzie Kern at center tonight. You've got Bush and Weshy at tackles, along with Baum and Ziegler at your offensive guards. Silvis and Jesse Smith at your ends. Atkinson, Sam Smith, and Zeider in your backfield. Jurasic sets up under center. This is Zeider. He pounds it down. No indication yet. They're going to mark this on the 1-foot line. It looked like he got across there. They're going to mark it at the 1-foot line, where it'll be 3rd down and goal for the Tigers. It appeared from up here that he was across the goal line. But we'll call it 3rd and 1 from the 1-foot line. No substitution, same offense. Now it's muscle against muscle up front. Jurasic sets under center. Ooh, they had a bad exchange. They pin him back to about the 4-yard line. A loss of 3 on the play. It looked like somebody just shot through. It was almost like they knew what the snap count was going to be, and he was there awfully early.
Yeah, I would agree, Glenn. Man, that almost looked like somebody had to be offsides, but the result was back a Tiger up to the 3-yard line now, and it's 4th down, so this is a big play for the Tigers.
4th and goal from the 3. The Tigers take it to the outside, spread them out here, or are they going to take it right through the heart of the defense? Jurasic sets under center. Oh, he's hit again, fumbled the football, and the Blue Streaks will take over regardless. And they're going to have the ball at the 5-yard line, so the Tigers unable to get the ball in the end zone. And right now they're going to have put up a big defensive stand and get this momentum back.
Occurred, but Jeff had Blue Streaks right in that backfield as he took the handoff and was not able to do anything with it at all. But anyway, they're pinned way back. They're on the 5-yard line.
Tigers appear to be stunned here. Kruger sets under center. Kruger back in the end zone to pass, throws it out. He hits forward out across the 10, out of bounds out to about the 12-yard line. Zeider and Silvis and
mixing their plays quite well at this point.
Yep, they're keeping the Tigers off balance. Here's a handoff to forward off the right side. Forward gets out across the 15, about the 16-yard line, which should be good enough for another Blue Streak 1st down. And it is. Spangler going into the Tiger lineup, replacing Sharp, and Cam Smith going in and replacing Kern, the linebacker. 1st and 10, ball rest on the 17-yard line, 2:24 remaining in the 1st. Wing T offense, Kruger under center. This is Bosselman right up the middle, and Baum there on the stop, along with Cam Smith. But not before he gets the ball out across the 20 to about the 21-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 4.
This Blue Streak offense is definitely a ball control offense. The clock just keeps moving, and they want to move the sticks every so often, and so far they've done just that.
And that's got to be John's game plan to keep the ball out of the Tigers' hands. Full house backfield. Kruger hands off right side to forward, and he's tripped up by Sattler along with Cam Smith. He's out to about the 23-yard line. So they'll be faced with a third down and third and a long 3. Once again, the Tigers are stopping them. Then it's the big play that Archbold's been able to come up with. Right now, the Tigers need a big stop to regain the momentum and take over here. Just when you think you had the momentum with that kickoff return, then everything comes back. There they go. Bosselman hitting the backfield, and he's gone nowhere. He stopped short of the 25, about the 24-yard line, and Archbold's going to be forced to punt here with a 4th down, and we'll call it a long 2. So the Tiger defense comes up big, Jim.
Yeah, they do, and that's going to help build their confidence, because up until that play right there, they haven't shown that they can stop the streaks as they drive. So they should get the ball in good field position. In fact, things being the way they have been at times, maybe we can get a big one.
Bosselman to do the punting chores for the Blue Streaks. Deep for the Tigers will be Seth Atkinson along with Zeider and Jesse Smith. Wobbly snap. Ooh, a lot of pressure by Sam Smith. Good punt. Atkinson fields it cleanly from the 40. And he gets it up to the 45, 46. There's a flag coming. A late flag coming from the backside. He's able to get the ball out to the 49-yard line, but will hold everything. Indication would be an illegal block. Just from where the flag was thrown. They got a clip on the Tigers, so this one will come back.
Yeah, field position not like what it appeared to be. They were almost going to have it at midfield, but Tigers need to execute a nice drive here and take her down and put it in. I mean, that had to really rock when they had a first down inside the 5-yard line and couldn't push it over, Glenn.
Yeah, 1st and goal in the 3, and the Tigers end up with a big goose egg on the scoreboard with that. Now we'll see what Coach Lindgren is going to do here. Will he put the ball up early here, Jim? Will he hit the quick hitters with the dives out of the wing tee, or what do you think we're going to do here?
Well, I can see a running play and then maybe some passing. I know they've worked hard all week and have some receivers with excellent talent, as we know.
Once again, you look and you see 9 Blue Streaks within 3 yards of this football. He's got Jesse Smith split out to the right, one-on-one forward. This could be a matchup right here all night. Here comes Smith over the middle. He's got to get rid of it. He's got Sam Smith. He makes the catch across midfield. Good enough for a Tiger first down to about the Archbold 48-yard line. So Drossix comes out, rolls right, and hits the receiver underneath, Sam Smith, and it's good enough for another Tiger first down.
Oh, yeah, 20-some yards on that pass play, and Tiger receivers very sure-handed. And Joe delivered that ball where it ought to be, and Tigers move the sticks and the downfield to go.
Well, we'll see if that opened them up at all, but once again, you're looking. Look at the Blue Streaks up close to this ball. I'll tell you what, you hit one of these quick dives off tackle, and they're off to the races. You got Zeider right into the middle, and he's only going to be good for about 1 yard on that carry. And that's the end of our first quarter of action with the visiting Archbold Blue Streak 7 and the host Liberty Center Tigers 0. Jim, the Tigers are going to take over here to start the second quarter. The ball about the 47-yard line of the Blue Streaks with a 2nd down and 9 yards to go. No personnel changes that I'm aware of here for the Tiger offense. Got Atkinson split out wide to the left now, along with Sam Smith and Zeider in the backfield. Drossix sets under center. He draws the streaks. Good discipline on the Tigers there, staying home, and the hard count by Drossix draws the streaks. So we'll call the first gain 6 yards now.
Yeah, well, that's a nice 5-yard pick up there. And now they've had a quarter of football under their belt, so everybody's been banging on each other, and now we ought to see some fine football, this being the last regular season game of the year.
And the playoff berth. That's the big thing in the back of these kids' minds, or maybe it's the thing that they're thinking of all the time. Got to get the job done right here. Jurasic sets under center. Same formation. Drop, straight back, hits Silvis over the middle, and it's a completion down about the 31-yard line. Boy, he hit that quick. I think he caught Andy off guard even. That was a nice quick pass over the middle, which has been there for quite some time.
Oh, yeah, that's something a couple seniors have been practicing for a long time, Glenn, and probably as much of a timing pass and pitch and catch as they have. But it worked, and they're driving.
Like I said, they've got to let it all hang out tonight, and they're going to have to put the ball up and keep them, spread them out a little bit. You can see the streaks in there tight. Jurasic drops straight back. He hits, there's Atkinson on the screen. There it comes, he's getting the block from Smith. He's inside the 10, 5, touchdown Tigers. What an effort by Seth Atkinson. Once again, he broke about a half dozen tackles en route. So the Tigers strike big from 31 yards out. Joe Jurasic to Seth Atkinson on the screen, and what an individual effort, Jim.
Oh, yeah, and you talk about execution. We saw the Blue Streaks execute their offense just about perfect, and the Tigers call a screen pass. All the Streaks in hot pursuit of the quarterback, a lot of pressure there, and the screen was there, and I just say, nice individual effort by Seth Atkinson, and the Tigers right in this game.
I hope they could understand me on that. I think I got a little bit excited with all the screaming and yelling going on up here in the press box. Joe Jurasic's in to attempt the extra point, and he puts it up, and it is good. And the score is tied with 11:27 left in the first half at 7 apiece.
Oh, these Tigers got to feel good over that. I mean, that takes a little starch out of you to have a first down inside the 5-yard line and come away with nothing. Now, they did fumble the ball there, but you can't really call that a turnover as they were going to surrender the ball anyway. But this is what you move the ball for. You got to get it in the end zone, and the Tigers did just that. So there's about 11 and a half minutes in the second quarter, and we're all even, Glenn.
Boy, I noticed on that play, and they'll see it on the replay, that Jesse Smith had a block over on that left side around the 10-yard line, and he had the guy for probably 3 seconds just screening him away from the ball carrier, and Atkinson cut it back at that time. What an individual effort. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I think the TV replay of that's going to show just a perfectly executed screen. That just worked to perfection. Tigers feeling good now. Their offense performed up to par and all even.
Deep for the Blue Streaks will be forward, Volkman and Dominic. Kicking for the Tigers will be Joe Jurasic. All knotted up here. 11:27 remaining in the first half. Squibs it down through the middle again. Ball's handled and out across the 32, out to about the 33-yard line. There's Riggenberg on the return and Huff on the tackle for the Tigers. The Blue Streaks will take over 1st and 10. Ball rests on their own 33-yard line.
Now, remember the earlier 2 possessions the Streaks had, they had their offense clicking pretty smoothly, had a nice mix of run and pass, and had some sustained drives there. So we'll see if the Tigers have got them figured out here on their 3rd possession.
Same front 3, Lingrun, Sharp, and Bush. Kruger pitches out Bosselman, and good. Oh, excellent play, Jesse Smith. And also the defensive end on that side, Ziegler. They stayed home and played it just super. Ziegler freezes him, forces him out there, and Jesse Smith is there to clean up. And no gain on the play, they'll be faced with a 2nd and 10.
Oh, how true that is for that defensive end to stay home and see where that ball's coming, and then to string it out to the sideline. And it was a slight loss on the play, but nice defense there by the Tigers.
I hope Bosselman can't throw the ball, because I saw something setting up out of that. You could see the quarterback after the pitch out just came out here and stood there all by himself.
I wonder.
Here's Bosselman right up the middle. Once again, the Tiger defense. Boom on the big hit along with Kenzie Kern. Beautiful linebacker play by Baum. assisted by Kern. And another loss on the play, and they're going to be faced with 3rd down and 11. And right here's where the Tigers got to really tighten up the chin strap and play defense.
Oh, yeah, Tiger defense fired up right now, and they've stopped them on two successive plays, so they're going to have their ears pinned back.
Everyone questions the rush defense of the Tigers, and apparently tonight they're on target. If they can hold right here, it's going to be another big one. There's that inside reverse and forward. Oh, excellent penetration. Danny Sattler penetrates the offensive line along with Ziegler once again. Excellent defensive play, and the Tigers come off to a standing ovation from the Tiger faithful. Excellent series of defensive play there, and Archbold's going to be forced to punt once again.
Yeah, the Archbold had a whole series there and didn't move the ball a foot, Glenn, so that's the way you like to see that Tiger defense play. Now it looks as though the Tigers will have good field position on this punt.
Bosselman deep to punt for the Blue Streaks. Atkinson deep for the Tigers. Bad snap. Oh, no pressure, but he's going to get it off. That's going to get back away from the ball, let it go. And it's going to roll down inside the 30. And about the 29-yard line. The Tigers all the way were setting up the return with no pressure on the punter. They're going to set up the wall, which they're so good at. Just bad timing on with a bad snap like that. You can't do anything about it.
That's true, and after the play's been run, then we can say, well, if they'd have pressured him, they could have blocked it or tackled him back there because he was really butterfingering that ball. But Tigers have good field position now.
Atkinson did the wise thing there with all the Blue Streaks coming out, just left the ball go. Here we go. We got Atkinson split out to the right. Drosik's under center. Sam Smith and Zeider in the backfield. Jesse Smith wide left. Long count. Handoff right up the middle to Zeider. He's out to about the 30-yard line. He's only going to get about 1 yard on this carry. So we're going to call it 2nd down and 9.
I think, Glenn, both coaches, given the opportunity, would like to grind it out on the interior, just running play, 4 yards at a clip, and just keep moving the sticks. But it doesn't work that way. Defenses are too sophisticated.
The Tigers showed last series, Jim, how quick they could strike with the passes. I believe they threw 3 or 4 passes last series and opened up that defense. Here we go, wing T. Drosik's handoff, left side. Here's Zeider, out across 35, 40, 45. Cross midfield, 40, still going, brought down to the 30-yard line. Excellent run, once again, individual athleticism. Ryan Zeider just kept the legs a-pumping and brings the ball down to the Blue Streak 31-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
Oh, yeah, good call there, Glenn. He was in heavy traffic all the way, but he just kept churning and churning. He saw a little daylight and kept going, and finally they hauled him in. But big gainer, and Tigers with the ball now on the 30-yard line.
Excellent run. I thought he stopped the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden he pops out of the pile. You got Jesse Smith wide to the right. Atkinson in the slot. Tigers set up 1st and 10 on the 31. Here's a pitch out, quick pitch to Cam Smith. Good penetration by Bosselman from his linebacker position. He saw that coming all the way, and he was there, and Tigers are throwing for a loss on that, back to about the 34-yard line. Then we'll be faced with a 2nd and 13, and I think the Tigers will open them up again here.
No question, Glenn. The fans are being treated to an excellent football game. A couple of heavyweights here really slugging it out. So about 7.5 minutes to go in the half. Tigers with a long 2nd and 13.
Here we go, wing T offense. There goes Sam Smith. Will he get out to the outside? He kicks it up across the 30, inside the 30, down to about the 29. The Tigers are going to be faced with a 3rd down and long 9.
Glenn, looked like that particular play was going to go for some big yards, but nice lateral pursuit by the Blue Streaks. Got there and sort of shut that down before he could reach full stride. He saw some daylight, but he just couldn't quite get there.
He's trying several different things now. They've hit the middle hard, they've thrown the ball, and now they went to the outside, so that you can see right now that Archbold defense is starting to spread out a little bit more every series. Here goes the Tigers. We got Atkinson wide to the left, Jesse Smith wide to the right. Silvis at the tight end. Always a threat across the middle. Straight drop, gets the ball off. There's Jesse. Will he get under it? No, he can't run underneath this one. So the Tigers going to be faced with 4th and 9. So many times we've seen it this year when he's put the ball up and think that there's no chance of getting underneath it. And then with the speed of Jesse Smith, he's run the ball down. So the Tigers are probably going to go for it here with a 4th and 9. And the ball resting just inside the 30-yard line. And here they might put it up even with the coverage.
That was a good comment you had about Blue Streaks loosening up. The Tigers trying to spread them out a little bit, and John Downey feeling that they need to do that.
Here the Tiger line's got to give him time now. We'll see what he's going to do. Straight drop, got the time. Nope, the pocket collapses, and he's thrown for a loss. Back about the 37-yard line, 36-yard line. So they didn't give him the time he needed. They came right through the middle. The line collapses, and Jurasics goes down for the second. Blue Streaks will take over.
No question, there was a breakdown on the offensive line at that point. There was just no pocket there for Jurasics.
6:24 remaining in the half. Volkman in motion. Bosselman straight ahead, and he's hit and met right at the line. Once again, Baum is there. Hits him first, along with Stilvis and Scott Sharp and Kern. In on the stop, host of Tigers. And he gets a long yard on that. We'll call it second down, a long 9.
I know, Glenn, you said later on you wanted to mention all the seniors and, just kind of acknowledge them. They have contributed a lot, but for a lot of these boys, if this game doesn't go the way they figure, this will be their last time here in Tiger Stadium, so they're playing hard, and it's evident.
Oh, yeah, there's a big effort on everybody's part. Kruger drops it. Oh, I think you're going to have a flag there. And it was a lot of pursuit coming in early by Kenzie Kern, who had a definite sack, and then all of a sudden a push in the back and a tackle. And there's the hold, and that's going to move the Streaks back. And we got a little bit of time here with the penalty. We'll mention those Tiger seniors, Joe Jurasics, Troy Davis, Kenzie Kern, Cam Smith, Sam Smith, Aaron Tiplady, Brent Overmeyer, Chris Baum, Jason Coey, Josh Bush, Derek Ziegler, Andy Silvis, and Brad Proudfoot. 13 seniors for the Tigers in all this year, and a super year that they've had. Big contribution.
Oh, yeah, no question. They've made a lot of memories for themselves and had a good time playing Tiger football, and hopefully they're going to play more Tiger football, but we'll have to see. But right now the Blue Streaks getting marched back toward their goal line. An inopportune penalty on the Streak offense makes the Tigers' fortunes look a lot better. It's second and a whole mile, at least 26 yards to go according to the scoreboard, Glenn.
Yeah, it'll be a second and 26, and they're backed up all the way to their own 20-yard line. Right now it's key. The Tigers need to come up with a couple big defensive plays right here and force a punt deep in their own territory here.
Great time for a turnover.
Yeah, it would be. They come out and they're gonna split out Volkman wide to the left, Bosselman and forward in the backfield. Kruger hands off, straight off tackle. Bush hit him at the line of scrimmage. Didn't wrap up, and he gets it out across the 30. Bush with a big hit back at the 19-yard line, and Bosselman still is able to power it ahead to the 30 when he was unable to wrap up. And it appears that Jesse Smith is shaking up a little bit here for the Tigers. Not a good sign.
Yeah, Bush almost made a whale of a play on that. He was being blocked, and he fought off his block, and he did not wrap him up. But, wow, from a no gain to a pretty good game, but it's still third and at least 15, Glenn.
3rd and 16. Ball rest on the 30-yard line. Forward split wide to the right. Smith on him. We're going to find out how good his leg is right now. Oh, they got pursuit on him. They got to wrap up. It's Scott Sharp. Oh, and a big hit by Silvis, the linebacker. And I think Mr. Kruger felt the hit as he's trying to get to the sidelines right now. Oh, what a beautiful hit. That's high school football at its best right there, Jim.
Oh, that's his. Andy Silvis, one tough onion, and he kind of drew a bullseye on him there and came over there hard. But referees are conferring there. What would be the story? Oh, there's a flag out here, clear out here on near the 50-yard line, Glenn. I don't know what we got.
They got an illegal use of hands on the Tiger defense, and that's going to be automatic first down. No, they had 16 yards to go. Let's just see what the call is here. Rex Lindgren's out on the field asking for an explanation on what's gone on. What a pop. I forget who it was that was there first, Jim, on that, but boy, did Silvis come up and hit him. That's going to move it ahead. It's still going to give them a fourth down, or will it be third over again? Yeah, it's going to be a third down and 4 yards to go.
Glenn, the talk is illegal hands by the defense there, or what does that consist of?
Use of hands. I don't know if there was a grabbing of jersey. It's almost an interference call then, which basically is the same yardage distance in high school football, but I didn't understand. But once again, Tigers had them second down, 26. Now you're looking at third down and 4. Wing T offense. Straight handoff. This is Bosselman. Bosselman, they stop short. Only a yard gain on the play. Excellent pursuit once again. That was Atkinson coming up on the stop. And they're going to be forced with a fourth down and 3. And 4:07 remaining in the half. The clock is running. I believe they may be gone for it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. The last long punt center they had back there wasn't handled correctly, so indeed it looks like the Streaks are going to line up and either try to draw the Tigers off sides or get that 2 yards.
That's exactly right. They'll probably try a hard count here and try to draw them. They're going to have to be disciplined and watch the football. Watch the movement of the football. Now they're going to make sure the ball's ready for them. They're going to be a timeout by the Blue Streaks. Some confusion on the Blue Streak offense. And Blue Streaks will take the timeout.
If Tigers hold, they will have the ball in Blue Streak territory, almost on the 45-yard line or thereabouts. And conversely, if the Streaks convert, then their drive continues, and there's ample time to maybe somebody get some points on the board. So this is a big play for both sides, and the Streaks called a timeout to kind of plot their course offensively, and it's the Tigers wanting a big stop right now. Do you think they'll go over the top for this one, Glenn, or would they give it to their big back and ask him to get it?
I don't know. I see Kruger's a junior. I was looking to see how much experience he might have at the quarterback position. Downey might put it in his hands where he might have him lined up to line of scrimmage and see what set the Tigers come out. If they're going to be uptight to play the run, he might dump one over the middle here. Everybody expects Archbold to run the football. It'd be an opportune time for him to throw it.
Yeah, remember that last hit that Andy Silva's put on the quarterback, though. If he hurts a little bit, he may not want to stand in the pocket looking for a receiver.
Right now, once again, the Tigers got to stay home, watch the football. Full house offense. Straight ahead, forward. They stopped him short, I believe. I don't think he has enough. I think they stopped him short. We're going to get the spot from this side, and I think he's at least a foot short. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he got it. They're going to have to measure this, but I think he's a good foot short. So on fourth down, the Blue Streaks decide to go for it, and they go right up the middle. They just ran power football right behind their big horses with forward. Oh, the chains aren't stretching that far. First down. I can't believe that. I thought he's a good foot short.
Pretty hard to tell, but looks like for about half of the football, they moved the chains. But Tigers had tough defensive line play there. They just weren't budging, but he didn't need much, and apparently he got it.
Okay, 3:30. The clock is running here in the first half. Full house backfield once again. Blue Streaks are going to grind it now. Here's forward on the same call. He's out across the midfield in the Tiger territory down about the 49-yard line. Just power football right off the right side of the Tiger defense. And he's good for 4.5 yards on that. Going to be a 2nd down and 6 for the Blue Streaks.
That's an important drive, Glenn. The Tigers need to play it tough defensively all the way, and of course the Streaks are looking to unknot the scoreboard.
You got an official timeout down here, equipment problem for one of the Tigers. 3:22 remaining in the half. And they start the clock. Full house backfield once again. Handoff coming this side. This is Volkman. He's down across the 45, down about the 44. Silvis on the stop for the Tigers. And you're going to have 3rd down and very short here, 3rd and less than 1. Tigers have to come up with a big stop here. Once again, this is a situation here where you might want to put the ball up 3rd down and inches, but they showed a full house offense. They're going to pound it at you. Here's forward off the right side. He breaks through. 40 down inside the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks on the Tiger 38-yard line.
Kern on the stop there.
Kern on the stop for the Tigers.
Clock ticking right along at about 2 minutes and 44 seconds, Glenn, but Tigers got to come up with something hard and fast to stop the Streaks on this drive.
This is what everybody paid the $4 to see. This is high school football, and it's going to come down to the second half and who's the toughest. This is forward on the carry right off the right side again. Just coming out of full house. He gets ahead for about 1.5 yards, 2 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 8. Nothing fancy at all. Just going to pound it right at you. The thing they do best.
Yeah, Glenn, you have to appreciate the positioning of both the offensive and the defensive line. Those boys are staying low, and they know what they're trying to do, and they're just doing all they can do to execute.
Now they come out with a little bit different. They're putting Volkman clear out to the right side, and they put an end in the wing. Here's forward off the right side again. He's down inside the 35, or just to the 35, where they're going to be faced with probably a 3rd and 7. 1:45, and the clock is still running. I think the Blue Streaks are content with this. They've got to almost put it up or something here to try to get something going. I don't think you'd be happy with a 7-7 tie at half.
No, but keep in mind it's 4-down territory all the way down the field here. They did that once on this drive, and so they've got 2 plays to make the 1st down.
3rd down, 7 yards to go, and a big mental mistake by the Tigers. Josh Bush jumping across the line. And, boy, that changes things altogether. You're going to have a 3rd down and 2. 1.5 now on that. That's a big letdown.
Oh, yeah, that costs in more ways than one because it stopped the clock and gives everybody time to catch their breath and think what the next play is going to be after this one. So Tigers got to play defense.
Forward and Bosselman in the backfield behind Kruger. Kruger drops back to throw. He's got some pressure on him. He's way back. Oh, he threw it away with no receiver, no flag. There, now we got a flag late back here in the backfield. And it almost has to be a grounding call. The fullback there it is, an intentional grounding. Excellent pressure by the Tiger defense. And I'll tell you what, Kruger got hit again. Kruger got hit again on that one.
Yeah, you got to love those Tigers that didn't quit. They made a little rush off the line of scrimmage, and then they see the quarterback in trouble, and they just kept coming with all the heat they can muster, and he ends up throwing the ball away and consequently gets a grounding call, and that's gonna march him way back, Glenn. So a big defensive play by the Tigers there.
I'll tell you what, Kruger's been hit several times tonight. He's going to be a sore one after a rest at half. He's going to come out with some bumps and bruises. That's going to back the ball up close to midfield, back to the 49-yard line with the intentional grounding by Kruger. So that's going to put a 4th down and 21. 4th and 21. And I'll tell you what, a minute isn't too much time for the Tigers to score with as quick as they hit. We've seen them do it before. They took over, I'm trying to think which game we called here, Jim, when the Tigers got the ball back with 40 seconds left when somebody went for it, and boom, 2 plays, they're in the end zone.
Oh, yeah, big play capability always on the Tiger side of things. They don't always call that intentional grounding. In fact, Archbold, head football coach, out there arguing a point right now, but that intentional grounding is loss of down plus the penalty. So that marched them way back.
Oh, boy, he's out there pleading his case. I can't believe we haven't seen a yellow flag on that. He's maybe he's trying to get that, thinking he can get a big punt off and and pin him down there. So it looks like the Blue Streaks are going to be forced to punt here. Coach Downey's still complaining over there. Fourth down. What a big change that makes. 4th down, 21 to go. Ball rest on the Tigers, 49. Deep for the Tigers is Seth Atkinson, along with Zeider and Jesse Smith. Bosselman to do the punting for the Blue Streaks. Another bad snap. They got to pick up on that. Boy, what a beautiful punt. Let it go in. Oh, he carries that one all the way back. He gets it out across the 5, out to the 5-yard line. What a beautiful punt. Boy, he put that ball up. I don't think Seth knew how deep he was going back because he fielded it right at the goal line and brings it out to the 5 with 55 seconds left. Tigers are going to have to hang on to the football right here.
Oh, that's key, Glenn. They don't want a safety at this point. He didn't know where he was on the field because he was concentrating on fielding that ball cleanly, but that was a magnificent punt. Yeah, the Archbold head coach trying to make his point that indeed he did have a receiver out there, but nobody's got instant replay, so you have to wait to see the film.
Now the Tigers have to hang on to the football here. Here's a handoff right up the middle, and here it is. Here goes Smith. He's out. Oh, out to the 15, across the 15 to the 16-yard line. I'll tell you what, 1 man clock is running. First down, or nope, we're going to call it second down and about a foot to go. That gives the Tigers some breathing room here, and they'll see what they do here. Nobody's split out. They're just going at the wing tee, double tight end. Smith and Zeider in the backfield. No, he's going to roll out here. There goes Silvis, but he's going to overthrow Silvis. Well, they'll stop the clock with 15 seconds left. That may have shown him something else up top if they're communicating. A couple receivers for the Tigers were wide open on that one.
Yeah, and you kind of think, well, maybe the Tigers ought to have been calling timeouts to get another play or two in, but keep in mind the play before that day, we started about on the 3-yard line and were scared about a safety. So they're going to try, maybe a big play or so, but more or less content to go in even at halftime and regroup and strategize for the second half.
Here we go. 3rd down and a foot to go. Jesse Smith wide out to the left. Handoff right through the middle. This is Zeider out across the 25, about to the 26-yard line, stops the clock with 11 seconds remaining in the half. So Zeider's good for about 10 yards on that carry. Puts the ball out on the Tiger 26-yard line for a first down and a Tiger timeout.
Just punt reception on our part.
Right here, you're going to expect penetration from the Blue Streak defense. Be a good time to throw that screen over the middle to Atkinson. We'll see what the Tigers are thinking here. Jesse Smith is wide to the left. Atkinson wide to the right. 11 seconds left in the half. If they get the penetration here like they'll let them come in, they'll set up the screen perfect. Drossix drops straight back. No, knuckleball. Jesse's going to have to come back. It's intercepted at midfield. No Tigers over there. Down inside the 20. 15, 10. Down to the 10-yard line as time runs out in the half. So a pass that came off the fingertips of Drossix and a knuckleball like throw is intercepted and ran back to the 10-yard line as time expires for the first half with the score deadlocked at 7 apiece. football here for Liberty Center Tigers and Archbold Blue Streaks. Tied up 7-7 halftime. Liberty Center needs to get the ball in their hands and keep it in their hands. Bosselman to kick off for the Blue Streaks. Deep is Zeiter, who a booming kick. Going to take Zeiter down to about the 6-yard line. Across the 10 to 15 to 20. Hit across the 25, right at the 25-yard line. Good return by Zeiter. So the Tigers are going to take off 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Statistic-wise, I don't know how things add up for both teams, but certainly they've had time to figure on some adjustments, and they've both had some success in certain areas. So from the Tigers' point of view, they need to have some ball control here, and a nice long sustained drive would make everybody feel better.
Fundamentals, mistake-free. The Tigers have to be disciplined and go put it to them here early. They're in tight, double tight ends. Here's a handoff up the middle. Zeiter just out across the 25, about the 26-yard line. It's just going to be a gain of 1 right off the left side. So it's going to be a 2nd down, 9 yards to go for the Tigers. They might try to bring this Blue Streak defense in tight and then open them up wide or to the airways. Atkinson sets out to the right. Sam Smith and Zeiter in the backfield. Here's fake. He throws it up and overthrows Jesse Smith. Joe's just not on a couple of those long passes, and he's got receivers that can go up and get the ball, but not when it's out 5-10 yards beyond.
You know, I don't know the story on that, Glenn. Jesse was out there, then he stopped as if he thought that's where the pattern was supposed to go. And if he'd have kept up full stride, I don't think that ball would have been right there. So anyway, they didn't quite have it together on that play, but we'll see. It's 3rd and 9 now.
A little bit out of sync on that one. I think you're right on the pattern. 3rd down, 9 yards to go. Same formation, wing tee. Here's Smith right up the middle, 30 up to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. He's going to be about a yard and a half short, and it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Tigers, and they're going to have to punt the ball here early in the 2nd half, Jim. Not what they wanted to start off with.
No, keep in mind, Tiger punter is their quarterback, and they have Seth Atkinson split wide to the right there. So I don't know, kind of risky now. We'll see what gives.
Greaser's deep. Return to punt for the Blue Streaks. Drossic's in punt formation. A lot of times he'll hold the ball and wait. He's going to get this one off. It's a squib kick. Ooh, he picks up a perfect bounce. Miller misses a tackle, and coming up to make the tackle is Andy Silvis out about the 47, 48-yard line. So the Blue Streaks are going to start right at midfield, Jim.
Yep, excellent field position for the Streaks' first possession in the 2nd half. Let's try and remember what worked the 1st half for the Streaks. They run an inside reverse there. Mixed their plays quite well. Quarterback threw several times. So what we'll see from the Streak offense.
The Tigers got to stay home on the ends on that inside reverse. Twice they've stuffed them for a loss, but twice they've come up with big gainers. Here's a handoff straight up. Bosselman stopped probably for a gain of about 2.5 yards up to the middle. Bush along with Sharp, Sattler, and Lindgren in. 2nd down, long 7 we'll call it. Ball just across midfield into Tiger territory. Tigers need to come up with a big play here and get the ball early and build a little bit of momentum. Goes wide out to the right. Forward in motion. Here's a pitch out to Bosselman around the right side, and the Tigers are there and stuff it. And it's good for only about a half of a yard. So the Blue Streaks are going to be faced with a 3rd down and 7. Actually, I don't know if he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Very excellent defensive line play so far this series. Tigers doing what they're supposed to do. They're fighting out those blocks, and the ends are staying home, and Tigers playing them nearly to a standstill.
Right here is where that reverse has been good for them. Volkman to the left. Kruger drops straight back. Ziegler gets pressure. He's got a hold of him. He drops it for the sack. Tigers come up with a big sack. Derek Ziegler in on the tackle for the Tigers. Clear back on the blue streak, 43-yard line. What a big play by the senior defensive end.
Oh yeah, he was really straining on that and got a hold of his jersey and just doggedly kept on and pulled him down for the big loss. Stalls him out, and the Streak's looking to kick it.
Bosselman back to punt for the Blue Streaks. Atkinson a little bit deeper, spotted about the 15-yard line. There's a snap, a little bit better than what they've had. Smith applies pressure, gets the punt on. Another beautiful punt. Spirals it down, takes it at about the 18, out across the 20 to 21. So the Tigers going to take over after an excellent defensive stand. First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
In the second half here, second possession.
Streaks appear to be a little bit more spread out, a little bit more off the ball here. You got 6 men up front. Here we go. Wing T offense for the Tigers. Here's a quick flip to Sam Smith. Can he get outside? Here he comes, across the 25, out to about the 26-yard line where he stopped. Greaser on the tackle, but not before he picks up about 4 yards on the carry, maybe 5. Second down and 5. So the Tigers opt to go wide with a quick flip to the left to Sam Smith. Greaser coming up to make the tackle for the Blue Streaks. Second down and 5. Ball, I believe, on the 26.5-yard line. Double tight end. Atkinson in the wing. Drosix back to pass again. He's got his man. He's got to get the ball out. It's incomplete. What an acrobatic effort by Andy Silvis. The ball was tipped, and he grabbed and tipped again and grabbed again, and finally the ball came down. Once again, the ball just, the receivers are there, and they had a couple steps on them there. If that ball's there, you got 6 points on the board. Silvis and Smith both out there for the Tigers.
Oh, you just have to love the effort that we witnessed there. I mean, they're just trying to do anything they could to rake in that ball, but it goes as incomplete, and so they're still looking at 3rd and 5, Glenn.
They're going to save that one for football follies on Monday night. 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. Same formation. Drosik sets up under center. Here's a handoff. Oh, not much there. The host of Streaks coming in. Just a yard on the play, and the Tigers are going to be forced to punt here. Their second possession and second punt of the second half. Ball's going to be spotted on the 28-yard line, so it's a must punt for the Tigers. Drosik will be doing the honors for the Tigers once again. Needs to get off a good punt here and get his defense down there. Greaser deep once again for the Streaks.
I was going to comment that last pass play. We had 2 receivers pretty close in that area. Do you think that was planned that way, Glenn?
I believe it may have been. There's a punt off to the right side, but not bad. You're across midfield out to about the 44-yard line where the Streaks are going to take over and no return. So the 44, their own 44-yard line, 1st and 10, with 6:43 remaining in the 3rd.
Yeah, Streaks definitely winning the field position battle this second half so far.
They've got forward splitting out, clear out here to the right. They've got the tight end back in the backfield. Thought they had him set. That way have procedure. Here comes Bosselman, a student body left. Oh, geez, broken tackles. So many broken tackles by the Tigers, and that comes back to hurt. Bosselman cuts it back across the middle. 35, better than 35 yards on the carry. Evidently, that could come back to haunt the Tigers on Halloween Friday. That was.
Yeah, you're right. That hurts, but there's a lot of time left on going.
That's a very good point, Jim. We get out of it. We look at a great effort by the defense, and the offense is sort of. They're lacking tonight. They just they don't have the 1-2 punch. Bosselman squibs a kick. Get on the ball, Tigers! Oh, there Ryan Miller wisely covers it up at the 35-yard line. The front line there left the ball go right by him where they should have picked up. And it looked like,
That was an attempt at an onside kick, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was a miss or an onside because it seemed to catch Archbold off guard also. Well, anyways, the Tigers, after all the confusion, are going to take over first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position here. Down one score.
4:04 remaining in the third. Blue Streak's up 14-7. Jesse Smith is wide to the right. Atkinson wide to the left. Straight drop, Silvis over the middle. Overthrown, just not the touch on the ball there. Once again, Joe threw the ball awfully hard there. He had Silvis wide open, just a touch pass, and he was off to the races. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 35-yard line. I got to give them credit for one thing. They are putting the ball up more tonight. They just they need to mix it up, keep them off guard, and the Tigers, are going to break one big here sooner or later.
Absolutely.
I'll predict the next two plays, Jim, that the Tigers are going to break a big one. Jurassic's under center. There goes Zeider. Zeider out across the 45, out close to midfield. First down and 10. It was going to happen sooner or later. They're opening up that defense, and usually when they get the momentum, it'll be a couple plays, and boom, they're off for another 6 points.
Well, Glenn, that counts as a mini break a big one right there because it moves the sticks, and that's important for the Tiger offense to get a little confidence here.
Yeah, they need a big drive here, and I think it's going to come in a big way, and it's going to come quick. You got Atkinson to the left. Smith split out to the right. Zeider up the middle. The backers are right there on that one. No gain on that play. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. And nobody there in the middle.
Glenn, when's the best time to call a screen pass? Remember how effective that was the first half.
Well, the thing that's been setting up that nice is it's usually a straight drop that they'll do on that, and you want the defensive line to penetrate, and that's where they're slipping Atkinson in the back door on that, and it's been so effective this year.
But second and long, would that be a good?
It wouldn't hurt. I'd like to see it when you got 30 inches or something like that to really catch them off guard. There they come here. Where's the whistles coming from? There's a flag. Delay of game.
Too much time.
Oh, mistakes like that, they don't need it this time. That's going to give them a second down and 15.
All right, penalty like that's tough on a drive. That just makes it that much further to move the sticks, Glenn.
Now you've got Atkinson and Jesse Smith out to the left. Zeider and Sam Smith in the backfield. Atkinson, there's the motion. Straight drop. There's a screen. There it is. Little Atkinson. Oh, well covered. I think that was Schnicke that came up. Wade Schnicke, who does a super job from the defensive line. He came off. He penetrated. He looked. He saw Atkinson out of the corner of his eye, and he went back to cover. Excellent play. Gain of about 3 yards on a play. We'll call it third down and 13.
Yeah, you have to wonder if Archbold coaching staff might have noted first half that somebody's got to stay home and watch for that because he was there. Otherwise, it looked like that could have gone for big yards.
I don't remember them running that off of the motion with the action on that. Normally, they'll just have him as a wideout and bring him across, have him hesitate. Drossic straight back, needs time, gets the ball out. There's Jesse Smith. He makes the catch at the 40. And he's down, but he's got the yardage for the first down. He's in Blue Streak territory. First down and 10 at the Blue Streak 40-yard line. Nice touch on the ball there by Drossing. Nice catch by Jesse Smith.
Well, that was good execution all the way. And does the all-important thing, moves the sticks, keeps this drive going. Just 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
14-7. 2:05 remaining in the third. The clock is now started. Jesse Smith wide out to the right. Atkinson down here to the left. Here's the call. Zeider right up the middle. Oh, ran into the back of, I believe, one of his linemen, but not before he gets a good 3 yards on the carry. That was Kern coming out and making a nice block. And so Zeider goes up the middle for a good 3 yards. Second down, 7 yards to go for the Tigers. Tigers need that spark right now. Haven't seen the dive with Smith right off tackle, real quick off tackle. That's got to be there sooner or later, I think. Not out of this formation, we won't see it. They're going to run Zeider right up left side, cross up to the 30-yard line. Stops his progress, so he's going to be very, very close to the first down. Where he's got his foot, if he places it where he's got his foot, the Tigers will have a first down. I think they're going to have to measure this one with that spot. Yeah, they're going to take the timeout to measure this. Kern came out there real nice with a key block to lead that one up through. Ball spotted right at the Blue Streak 31-yard line, so it's going to be very close here.
Quite a defensive struggle we're seeing here tonight, Glenn. Tigers can and have put points up in bunches, but not so tonight. We're still looking at 7-14, but a lot of football to be played, and we trust the Tigers will break one or two here shortly.
Yep, looks like they come up short here. Tigers going to be faced with third down and just about 6 inches to go here. 1:03 on the clock. Clock will start on the snap of the football.
Move that ball down there and put some points on.
Atkinson in the wing on the right. Smith and Zeider in the backfield. Drosick sets up under center. Drops back behind. Gets the ball off. Out. Oh, what a catch by Atkinson. Down across the 25. Just inside the 25-yard line. Good enough for, we'll call it 5 yards, so the Tigers are going to have 2nd and 5. Good athleticism to go after the ball down the ground there by Seth Atkinson.
Oh, that's true. He appeared to be covered, and Joe needed to thread that needle in there and put it where only Seth could catch it, and it was only about a foot off the ground where he delivered it, but Seth got down there for it, and just a nice, we're getting down to 1 quarter of football here.
Yeah, this is where they're going to have to dig really deep, really deep. Going back on that pass, Joe threw a perfect pass there. Like you said, he threaded the needle. The only place he could throw the ball was down low, and excellent pass and reception. So to start off the 4th quarter here, the Tigers need to build on this momentum, and they'll take over with a 2nd down and 5 from the 25-yard line of the Blue Streak.
Yes, and we'd like to thank some of our sponsors for tonight's game that bring you Channel 5, Pisanello's Pizza of Liberty Center, Swanton Welding with Connie and Norm Zeider, Holgate Metal Fabrication with Denise and Jeff Spangler, and the Henry County Bank. Rick and Rhonda Miller are also bringing you this game. Their son Jesse plays, Mark and Lucille Bullock with 2 cheerleaders, Lee and Tiffany. Hope Tiffany gets better soon. Tom and Kathleen Badenhop with Jill and Monica. Randy and Teresa Bosselman, Lindsay, and those are our sponsors. But thanks again because they are what bring us Channel 5.
Thank you, Lowen. Back to action here. 2nd down, 5. First play of the 4th quarter. Oh, they had a big play by the Tigers. We were just, Jim and I were talking there during commercials that it's key now to where you've got to be very disciplined. You can't turn the ball over. The Tigers are going to have to hang on the football, play mistake-free, and get one in here in a hurry and build a little bit of momentum. Usually it's the Tiger defense that has been in question in a lot of games, giving up some points, but the defense, I think, looks excellent tonight against a very strong Archbold Blue Streak club, and now the offense needs to kick it in. 1 quarter of football to decide if the Tigers are going to play postseason football. Here's Zeider off the left side. Zeider gets it down near the 15-yard line. right down to the 15. So he's good for around 5 yards on the carry. Going to mark it right at the 15-yard line. Second down along 5. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
Glenn, I think this drive right here puts the Tigers' whole season in perspective. They're down there close. They're in control. They just need to methodically move forward, move the sticks again if necessary, but they got to score.
Jurasic sets up under center. He's got Atkinson in motion. Here's the pitch to Atkinson around left side. Good blocking. He's got to get it out. Gets it out around the corner. Turns it up. First down. Inside the 10-yard line. Excellent blocking by the Tigers over on that left side. Sam Smith got a blue streak down on the ground. Well, he buckled him right over. Excellent blocking. They take it down inside the 10-yard line. Tigers are going to have a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Nice run by that Atkinson fella. He gave him a little shake and bake over there when he had to. Made a streak or two miss, but it moves the sticks.
Blue Streaks had a lot of penetration on that, but they picked up the blocks that they needed on it. Smith and Zeider in the backfield. Atkinson in the wing. Jurasic's pitch out. Zeider left side. Zeider up inside the 5, down to about the 3.5-yard line. 4-yard line. Takes it inside, just inside the 5, called the 4.5-yard line. 2nd down and goal for the Tigers.
Glenn, the Tigers have run several plays to that left side. They're kind of favoring a pitch over in that direction, so either the left offensive line of the Tigers are making some good blocks, or they've got a weakness spotted over there.
Yeah, I see they've got Forward and Bosselman over here on this right side, 2 of their best athletes. Maybe they've seen something up top that they can go at that left side. They might come back right here. Here's Atkinson in motion. Oh, where's the snap? I thought he had fumbled the snap. There's the pass. Jesse Smith, touchdown, Tigers! What a beautiful pass and reception by Smith. So the Tigers come up with a big pass play on 3rd down and goal from the 5 and hit Jesse Smith in the end zone for 6 points with 10:23 remaining in the game. Now the big extra point. Joe Jurasic's fitting on the shoe. You know, the Blue Streaks have been getting a lot of penetration tonight, and hopefully the line will stick together here, heel to heel, and hold them out, and the snap and the hold and everything's intact. Joe Jurasic's to attempt the extra point. Snap, the ball's down, the kick is up, and it's perfect, and we're tied at 14 with 10:23 remaining in the ball game.
Oh yeah, Glenn, there's the Tiger offense for you. They just had a real excellent drive there, and it did put the season in perspective. They had to score that time. They did what was necessary. They exploited what they considered a weakness over there on it'd be the Archbold right side, and moved her down there, and then a nice pass play, well executed. Joe Jurasic is doing quite well from a passer standpoint right now. So Tigers all even. Pizzanella Pizzas. I'm sorry, the pronunciation on that should be Pizzanello's Pizza, but they serve a good pizza. Go and see them early and often, and wouldn't a pizza taste good right now? Okay.
Okay, here we go. The Tigers are set to kick off. Blue Streaks have Forward, Dominic, and Greaser deep. Jurasic's to kick. Joe Jurasic has come back here and played a second half where he's throwing the ball where he has to and comes up with a big touchdown pass. Here's the kick. It squibs, bounces. They field it at the 22. Right up the middle. There's a hole, and he takes it out across the 30 out to about the 34-yard line. Sam Smith and Sattler in on the tackle. And the Blue Streaks will take over on their own 34-yard line, 1st down and 10.
Okay, defense has been playing good for the most part this second half, so now's the time again, and who knows, maybe they can even look for a pick if they can stop the rushing game, which is Archbold's bread and butter, their ball control game, and force the quarterback to put it up. Tigers have got some real athletes back there in the secondary, so we'll see.
Full house backfield for the Blue Streaks. They're going to work on the clock here and try to keep control of it. Here's Bosselman coming out left side, still moving. And he gets the ball out to the 40-yard line. So he gets 5 on that carry. It seemed that as though they had it bunched up, but he just kept going, and nobody could bring him down to the turf. So he gets 5 on that carry.
Glenn, when these boys are practicing, how much time is spent on trying to force a fumble?
I don't know what they, if they, I know that they put that in their regular drills daily. So, you know, they break down. They might go 20 minutes of this and 20 minutes of that. So, but it's something that's definitely worked on. Here's a handoff to forward off the left side, and Atkinson comes up to Phil. He gets across the 40 out to about the 43-yard line. So they're going to be faced with a 3rd down and a long one. 3rd down, long one for the Blue Streaks. Ball spot on the 43.
It's so evident the offensive scheme of things for the Blue Streaks. They just want to pound you and pound you.
Right now is when this Tiger defense has got to really dig deep. The fans are coming to their feet. Here's a handoff, Bosselman across up the middle. He stopped short of the first. Oh, I thought he appeared that he was stopped short, but it looks like they're going to mark the ball generously up to the 45-yard line, which appears to be, it might be long enough for a 1st down. They'll have to measure it. Well, we're going to go for another measurement. It appeared that he didn't have it, that he was short. I think he has to get up right to that 45, but it looks like they might, with the spot here, have enough for the 1st down. And that's the case. .8:59 remaining, 14-14 tie.
Fans thought that was a pretty generous spot by the striped shirts there, but anyway, it does move the sticks. With where they're playing right now in the field, there's a lot of time for the Tiger defense to get a stopper, but got to, as you say, dig deep and make this count right now.
Yeah, this is where you tighten up the chin straps. Kruger fakes the draw, rolls out, no receive. Oh, they got the tight end. There's a flag, though, and I think that one's coming back. They had 79 was clear downfield. I saw him out across the 50, and you're going to have an ineligible receiver downfield, and he's an easy man to see when he's that far down. It looks like he stands about 6'6". It's got to be an ineligible receiver downfield. Now they're going to, oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Pass interference against the defense. Oh, that one, I don't know where that one came from. Okay, my mistake there. I was looking at their offensive tackle that was clearly across the 50-yard line. Never saw anything near the catch. It was a clean catch and tackle.
We've got a few messages for you here. Let's remember Pisanello's Pizza there in Liberty Center. Excellent place to get a pizza. They've got hours that would take you in the evening. We've got Swanton Welding, Norm Zeiter and company there, and Holgate Metal Fabrication. This is Jeff Spangler and his fine outfit. The Henry County Bank, Rick and Rhonda Miller, Mark and Lucille Bolick, Tom and Kathleen Badenhop, and we're back to live action.
Okay, here we go. Full house backfield. 1st down and 10 on the Tiger 40. This is forward. Forward goes ahead for about 4 yards. He appears to be out to about the 37-yard line. Going to call it a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Streaks. Just good old power football and controlling the clock. They don't want the Tigers to get the ball in their hands.
Going back to a penalty that's called, you just have to put that behind him and play hard-nosed football here.
Yep, it's one right down here on the turf, and they got to do it to it. The linemen are digging deep. Here they go. There's a pitch to left. This is Volkman out around the left side. Good defensive play. Atkinson and Zeider in on the stop. Not before he gets it up to about the 31-yard line, where he's going to be about a yard short of a first down, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 once again. Tigers need to stop them on some of these first and second down plays, so they're forced to go long. 3rd down and less than a yard. They're going to show you another full house backfield. Volkman forward and Bosselman in the backfield. Kruger set under center. Bosselman gets the call. He's inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line, or it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Streaks. 7 minutes remaining in the ball game, and we're tied at 14. I know Bosselman's got a foot on kickoffs and that, and I know that they use him for a long field goal kicker, but it appeared that their place kicker for the extra point put the ball up through the uprights too, Jim.
Oh, yeah, this is just football the way the Archbold would like to see it now. They're ball control, and they just keep grinding it out.
Full house offense. Kruger pitches, student body right forward. Bomb penetrates, and looked like he went out of bounds about the 29-yard line. Good pursuit by the Tiger defense, and that's the plays they got to come up with there. That was Baum that came through and chased him out, and I don't think he got anything on that. Maybe lost a yard. 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, you always talk about who's been playing the hardest out there in the field, and the Tiger defense has probably played more in this football game than any that I can remember, and they may be getting just a little tired.
Yeah, they've been on the field a long time. Here we go, forward off to the right side again. They got to wrap up, and they do. Just gets back across the line of scrimmage. So they're going to, here we go. Now this is what we needed. Now you've got a 3rd and 10 situation. The Tigers got to come up big here. The Streaks are not anywhere near field goal range. I would think that they'd have to get inside the 20 before they're thinking of putting 3 on the board or attempting to put 3 on. This is 4-down territory. The ball rests on about the Tiger 29-yard line. They've shown nothing but full house backfield.
Tiger fans on their feet.
Yep, full. Fakes the draw, drops back to pass. Oh, he's got a receiver, overthrows him. And who is that? That is Dig Stigler in on pressure on the quarterback once again. And it's hard to throw off the seat of your pants. And so the Tigers come up with a big defensive play there. And now one more big defensive play. And the Tigers will have the ball. 5:56 remaining. The clock is stopped with the incompletion.
Oh, that was great pressure there by Derek Ziegler. It almost appeared as though the quarterback had time to make the pass, but he could see that guy coming, and that did bother him, so he couldn't be accurate.
Now they got to watch that draw with Bosselman, and they got to watch the inside handoff. That's been good with forward and Volkman up both. They got one setback. There's a flag. They're going to have a delay of game on. Yes, it is. That'll back them up 5 more yards. 4th and 15. Coach Downey on the field again for the Blue Streaks.
Tiger fans took heart at that. I think they sometimes think we're getting the short end of the officiating, but they got a call there against the Blue Streaks. I don't know. There's a conference out there in the middle, and remains to be seen what they're going to do, whether they're going to wave that flag off or mark some yards off.
Well, you're right back where we were. They waved that delay of game off, and now you got an Archbold timeout. I don't understand what the call was there. Well, they're coming over for an explanation. I'm sure they're going to want to hear one this time. So that makes a difference. Now it's 4th and 10 instead of 4th and 15. It appears that the officials are a little bit confused tonight. Once again, I hate to be critical and one-sided, but it's I don't understand a lot of the calls that they've made tonight, Jim.
Yeah, being a former coach, Glenn, you probably understand this a lot better than I do, but how are officiating crews graded? And if it's a proven thing that they are making a lot of mistakes, how does that work? I mean, I'm sure as we look toward the playoffs here, those teams that do qualify for the playoffs, certainly there's an effort to have top-notch officials there. Can you explain a little of that to us?
I can touch on it a little bit. I know the teams work together, and they're going to use the experienced teams for your playoffs. I don't know where this crew comes out of, but there seems to be so much confusion amongst them tonight. And you talk about former coach, I think one more call like that might be right down on the sidelines and trying to persuade him a little bit here. 4th down and 10, 5:56 remaining. Ball rests on the 29-yard line. Rolls back to pass. Getting some heat from the backside. He's getting chased. And he's put down out of bounds. A big defensive sack by the Tigers. Clear back to the 40-yard line. So the Tigers will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 40-yard line with 5:49 remaining. And there's not a Liberty fan that's sitting down in this stadium.
Oh, you can't beat great effort, Glenn. Whether they think they're getting a mistake once in a while on the officiating, great effort like that can be rewarded, and the pursuit was such that the quarterback had to eat the ball. Tigers with good field position, plenty of time on the clock.
That was Weshy is the one that I saw chasing him all the way. I don't know who came up with a sack, but boy, they put the heat on. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 40. Drossic's under center. Here's Sider off the right side. Gets up across the 40 to about the 42-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Clock is running. 5:28 and running.
So, Glenn, if you had your druthers, would you take a score right now from a big player, or would you want to use the clock a while and make it slow and painful?
I'd like to have a score right now. Let them come down and score. We want to put 6 on the board right here. So now we're due. Maybe I can call it again. 1 or 2 plays again and break the big one. I still think the dive is there. There's a fake. And get the ball down. Oh, no, it's incomplete. And a good idea. They had a fake reverse, and then Zeider, one of our backup quarterbacks, comes out throwing under pressure downfield to Atkinson. He comes up just short. Now the Tigers are faced with a 3rd down and 9, and this is where you got to think Andy Silvis, Jesse Smith, or Atkinson out of backfield, or any of your backs out of backfield for a pass.
I agree, Glenn, but I think we're looking at 4 downs from here on to try and move this ball.
Maybe the screen to Atkinson, or maybe a quick dive to catch him off guard and off to the races. Straight drop. Throws the ball. Smith is in, makes the catch. 1st down Tigers. Jesse Smith comes up big with the reception into Archbold territory, down to about the 42.5-yard line. 1st down and 10. What a nice throw. They gave Joe the time to throw, and he delivered on the money. Beautiful catch by Jesse Smith.
Oh, you got to love Joe Jurasic on that play. And when Jesse saw that ball coming out there, he knew that was going to be his. He was well covered, but that was his pass.
Joe's having a huge second half here. Tigers 1st down and 10. Ball rests on the Streaks 42.5-yard line. Oh, Drossic's with the keeper on the left side. He's good for 5 yards around the left side. I think we had a broken play on that where Drossic's just tucked it and went. It looked like that was designed for the dive. I haven't seen that. But he gets up. We'll call it 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. And the clock is running with 4:10. 14-14 tie. The Tiger offense ought to be fresh. Keep the ball and take it right down and score here. 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Inside reverse, fumble the football. Atkinson is able to get on it. The reverse isn't there tonight with the penetration. It's just too risky.
Oh, that's precisely the case. There was blue streaks in there right where that exchange was taking place, and Tigers are fortunate to come out of this and still have the ball.
Now they're forced with a 3rd down and 9 once again. Just too much penetration to hit that inside reverse there. Our Liberty people are on their feet once again. Clock is running, 3:20. Jesse Smith split to the right, Atkinson out to the left. Silvis at the tight end, straight drop. There's Smith, the ball's in the air. Smith has got to get to it. There's an interference! Interference! Well, the Tigers are up to something. Here's the snap. Drostick's. Oh, he's up, first down, Tigers! He's down inside the 35, down to the 31-yard line of the Blue Streaks. Oh, I don't know, he came from that tight end position. Wide open, what a big call. You knew it was gonna come. You never know what Rex has on his sleeve. And it's, you knew that Downey was looking for it with his Blue Streaks, but unable to stop it. It appeared to me that everybody's covered, and here comes Silvers from the tight end from the opposite side across the middle. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball rests on the Blue Streak 31-yard line. Drostick sets up under center. Handoff, Smith, right breaks it, he breaks it, there it goes, inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line, Sam Smith for another Tiger first down. Smith appeared to be shaking on the play, but hustling back to the huddle now. Now he's running on adrenaline. Another first down for the quick hitting offense of the Liberty Center Tigers. First and 10, ball rest on the, what do we got, about the 16-yard line, Jim?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Tigers moving the ball now. Andy Smith going back to that fake punt. Just one strong boy was not going to be denied. He knew where that marker was and got there.
That's one of your seniors contributing. Another one there, Sam Smith on the dive play that we knew they had to be there with the penetration. Drostick sets under center. There's another broken play. Drostick hangs on to it. Gets the ball back to about 16 something. There's a mix-up somewhere. They're trying to call an audible down there, and there's confusion. A lot of noise, and they're going to have to just go with it and punch it down. No mistakes here. They're going to be faced with a second down and 10. Ball setting on the 16-yard line. Now the seniors are digging a little bit deeper here. That front line is anchored by the seniors up front there with Kern and Ziegler and Bush. Will they hit the quick dive here again? There it is. There it goes. Smith down to the 10, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. There's that dive, and I think it's been there all night, Jim. I say with the penetration, you're spreading them out, and you hit these quick dives, and they're hard to defend because they hit the hole so quick. Now you're going to be faced with third down, and we're going to call it a short 3. The ball's placed just inside the 10.
Yeah, Cam Smith with such an explosive first step. It looks like that plays there. They do have a good counter off of that too, I believe, Glenn.
This is where I was hoping that they'd try a field goal last week. Now I look for the Tigers to go to the left side of the field here to try to line up positioning for a field goal. Oh, they get pressure. He gets it off. Oh, the receiver slips as the ball is thrown behind him. An excellent effort. And the ball goes incomplete. Yep. So you got fourth down and a long 2. And I think the field goal unit is coming in for the Tigers, who are trying to call a timeout. With 1:14 remaining, we're deadlocked at 14. They've done a super job of getting the ball down here. The Tiger timeout. So now it comes down to Joe Jurasic's putting on the kicking shoe. You know, last week I questioned when I think the Tigers were faced with a 4th and 9 within Joe's range. Joe's got the foot. He's had a hard time connecting from the hash marks, but you got to give the kid an opportunity once in a while because of situations like this that better prepare him. And now it's going to come down right here, and I've got the confidence, Jim, that Joe's going to split the uprights.
I got to believe that. He's looked very strong in his extra point tries tonight, and the field's not slippery. You know, thinking of the Bryan game, that field was just a little subject. People were slipping on it, so maybe they didn't want to risk a field goal attempt in. But I think we're definitely going to see a 3-point attempt here by the Tigers, and I just feel Jeff's going to split the uprights.
Joe's going to place the ball on the 17-yard line, 27-yard attempt from the right hash. Zeider to hold. I don't think we'll come out of this with a fake. He can get this one through.
Receivers are in tight blocking for.
I give the coaching staff credit for attempting this right here. This could be the game winner. Oh, bad snap. Zider pitches. Tim Huff, he's got it. He's in for a touchdown. Oh, it's a touchdown. Oh, what an unbelievable play by Ryan Zider, who comes up with an incredible play to Tim Huff. Tim Huff, the junior end, who very wisely gets downfield, catches a pass, goes in for the touchdown, and the Tigers go up 20-14 with 1:07 remaining. Now to attempt the extra point, Jim.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the quarterback Joe Jurasic wanted to kick that ball. The snap was just bobbled so many times, and we'll never know. In fact, as part of the post-game interview, you got to find out what was called on that play.
Well, I know what was called. It was a field goal called. But I'll tell you what, you talk about the athletic ability of these kids. Ryan Zider, and somebody had a hand on his shirt when he went to pick the ball up. He breaks the tackle. It's a shovel pass out to Tim Huff, who very wisely had released from the line of scrimmage, caught the ball, and made a super effort to get it into the end zone. And the Tigers are up on the scoreboard, 20-14 with 1:07 remaining, Jim.
Oh yeah, what a play! What a play! The Tigers are just hopping around and just hope that they can play some defense after this extra point attempt here. But just a heads-up play there by the Tiger offense to making that work.
It appeared the snap was there, but just went through the hands of Zider, and he redeemed himself with a super individual effort, and then to get the ball to Huff, who very wisely. The same formation here, as you can see, where Huff lines up at that end position and comes out of it. There's the kick, and it is good! With 1:07 remaining in the ballgame, the Liberty Center Tigers 21, Archbold 14.
No question, there's near pandemonium here in the stadium. The Tigers believe that their season after the regular season has a very good opportunity here to keep playing football. So they're up with just a minute and 7 seconds to play.
You see the signs up in the stands, thanks for the memories, a tribute to the senior class of this Tiger football team. And they came in big time there, along with the other teammates, two juniors connecting on that big touchdown. Now the Tiger defense has to be key here. Probably squib the ball downfield on the kickoff and avoiding the long run back. Once again, Streaks will have Dominic Greaser and forward deep. Drossix to kick for the Tigers. He's got it teed straight up, so I don't know if he'll want to top it and drag it out, or he might kick this one away. They're moving up, so I would look to kick it over the short man here on the right-hand side or left-hand side.
Keep in mind the Archbold offense have shown some pretty good pass plays here during the game, so we can see Downey pulling out all the stops, and the Tigers are going to have one good defensive surge here.
Drossix the kick. There's the kick. It's a hard squib. Takes a bounce right in his hands. 25 out across the 30. And he gets the ball up to about the 34-yard line where a host of Tigers, led by Danny Sattler, in on the tackle along with Ryan Miller and Jesse Smith. So with 1 minute remaining in the regular season for the Tigers, and they're up on the scoreboard 21-14. What a ball game, Jim. NWAL's finest right here.
Oh, man. Remember how that first half ended, how everybody was speechless and holding their breath? Well, here we're coming down to the final ticks of this ball game, but Tigers in the all-important score are up.
Everything is built up to be. Now Rex has put in some speed here. Davis goes in for Bush on the defensive line, along with Weshy. Baum Silvas. Straight drop, pressure. Ooh, he's hit hard. It's up to Zider. It's incomplete pass. That's okay. 53 seconds remain. Boy, he put that up right in and out of the hands of Ryan Zider. And the clock will stop with the incompletion. That would have been the ball game right there, Jim. But once again, I think Zider's going to come back and redeem himself. They got him back at the deep safety along with Atkinson. Oh, what an exciting ball game. This is everything everyone expected. Bosselman is the lone setback. You got to watch the draw yet because Bosselman can break it. Throws it up over the middle and incomplete.
Tiger defense have got to watch the hands on the receivers back there. The way these officials want to pull their hanky, that could have been kind of scary, but it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, Tigers playing good.
Sam Smith was on that coverage there on that pass. Now they're coming back with their regular backs. They're bringing back their regular offensive backs. Forward's gone split to the right along with Volkman out with forward. Bossman the lone setback. Drops back. Fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Excellent defensive play once again. Jesse Smith and Atkinson in on the stop. 4th down and 10 for the Streaks with 43 seconds remaining, and everybody's on their feet once again here at Tiger Stadium.
Tiger defense got to come up with one more big play, Glenn.
Overmeyer's effective on that one, getting some heat on the quarterback. You see Cammy Smith in there, defensive tackle. One of the fastest guys on this team. One of the burners from Liberty Center. Here we go, 4th down, 10. Kruger drops back. He's got it. What's the answer? The ball's on the ground. The Tigers going to take over, and the ball game is going to be over. 35 seconds remaining, and the Tigers take over inside the 20-yard line of the Blue Streaks. 1st down and 10. Westy once again applying the heat. Boy, he got healthy this year and he came back and has helped out the Tigers tremendously. Injured early on in the year with a back injury. Comes back, playing on both sides of the ball now, and he's using his speed and athletic ability to get in on the quarterback, and he's hit Kruger several times tonight, Jim.
Oh, yeah, great pressure there and caused the quarterback to cough the ball up. So Tigers in possession with 35 seconds to go. So great victory for the Tigers here tonight.
Jurassic takes a knee, and the clock will continue to run here. What a ball game. Unbelievable ball game for the Tigers. And they set that ball, and there's less than 25 seconds. This game's history. Liberty Center Tigers are going to come out with a 21-14 victory. What a ball game to see. It came down to a field goal, Jim, with just over a minute remaining in the game. A snap that wasn't handled properly. Zeiter redeems himself, picking up the ball. Tim Huff lining up at the end position for the field goal, releases very wisely, and catches the ball at the 5 and takes it in to the end zone for a score, and he pulls out the victory for the Tigers.
Well, I mean, and worked well for him here tonight. Wasn't maybe what people thought it would be, but nevertheless, it results in a score, and against all obstacles, the Liberty Center Tigers win this football game.
Now, hope Liberty Center Tigers seniors and a couple of the other individuals that were instrumental in this big Tiger victory from behind. We're going to talk to some of these seniors here. Kenzie Kern, just a super job on both sides of the ball tonight. Some big sticks. It's got to be a big victory.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest victory of our lives. This is the last game. We finally came together as a family, as a team. That's how we won it. We won it as a team. Everybody contributed. They won it for us. Everybody's playing for the seniors, and that's what they did tonight.
Excellent job, Josh. Big job on both sides of the ball tonight. Excellent. The defense really came up tough against a big Blue Streak rushing attack. Excellent effort.
Thank you. We asked the underclassmen to play one for us, and they really come up big for us tonight. They all played really, really hard.
Excellent effort. Ziegler, what a super job at defensive end tonight. A lot of big sticks on the quarterback. You and Silvis both. I know one time Mr. Kruger was crawling off the field. He was buckled over, and it was a big stick. You set him up, and he comes in and polishes off. There's a super effort tonight. Excellent job at defensive end.
Well, thanks a lot. I just want to say the underclassmen rose to the seniors' occasion. I'll tell you that.
Well,
I think the underclassmen.
That's the team coming out in the Tigers spirit tonight. Excellent effort. Andy, super ball game tonight once again. Both sides of the ball, big catches, big hits. Super job. We're looking forward to next week. We hope everything falls into place.
I just gotta believe, Tim caught that ball, and I know everything's gonna fall in place.
I think that was a good sign that things are going to fall into place. Let's get the Smith twins in here together. This is a photograph, guys. We got Sam and Cam Smith, both doing a super job on both sides of the football tonight. Excellent effort once again on both your parts. And Cam, it's good to see you back and healthy, and I'm sure you're glad to be back.
I'm feeling great, and that's it.
You stay healthy and be ready for next week. Sam, another super effort, hitting those dives real quick again there at the end of the game and getting some big gains for us.
Oh, thanks a lot. It was just meant to be. That's all there is to say. Just meant to be.
I think you got the fans on their feet once again. We got Joe Jurasics. We want to get Joe in here. Tiger quarterback, the wannabe place kicker there at the end. I knew the fake was on all the time. He just left us guessing on that. It was a super job tonight. You had a beautiful second half and an excellent effort. It looked like your line was doing a super job, giving you the time to throw the ball in the second half.
Yeah, we made a few adjustments at halftime to give me a little bit more time passing, and the team just came out and came to play. And then field goal there, just a little flashball play on that.
Yeah, that was real nice. That comes from Coach Lindgren's gym classes. And we'd like to get in. We're here with several more of the Liberty Center Tigers seniors, and just a super job. I know we saw a lot of these guys in those last couple series here when we had to get heat on the quarterback, and you came in big. Troy, I saw you come in there and replacing Josh on the defensive line to put the heat, and then another superb job at defensive end tonight. Hopefully we're going to be ready for another week of play.
Oh yeah, definitely ready. You just can't say enough about the underclassmen. We asked them to pick it up, and they did. They did an excellent job, and the crowd stayed in it through the whole game.
Yeah, you had them excited. An excellent team effort. Mr. Overmeyer here, another one that was in on the sack attack there late in the game for the Tigers when they put all kinds of heat on Kruger, the quarterback for the Blue Streaks, and he spent most of his time on his back tonight, and that was on part of your effort.
Thanks. We've had a great year. We've come around. We were starting to struggle towards the end of the year, but last week in practice, everybody started coming together. Thanks to our coaching staff, they've prepared us well for this, and we hope to continue going on.
We've got Mr. Coey here, one of our centers for the Tigers, who had some big performances this year for the Tigers, and just a super team effort all year on behalf of the Tigers. And I know that everybody's got to be looking forward to next week.
Yeah, I am. I know that I am, and I just hope we win.
I think you guys proved tonight that you want to win. And then we've got Aaron Tiplady here, one of the seniors. He must be staying on something here because he's as tall as I am. But another big defense and special team player for the Tigers, in on a lot of tackles on special teams. A super job. Looking forward to next week. Why don't you give us a rundown on that field goal attempt?
Actually, I didn't even know the snap was missed, and I just saw Huff catch it in the end zone. Not in the end zone, but he ran, and then he scored there.
Excellent job of execution. Everybody staying alive until the whistle blows, and that's super job. And we've got Mr. Proudfoot over here, one of our last seniors, and just a super effort overall tonight. And looks like your senior year is going to go into week 11. I hope it is.
Yeah, we're fortunate enough to go on, hopefully, and I just hope that we do our best. And they played a great game, and we were just fortunate enough that we caught that messed up play, and we scored a touchdown and won.
Well, nice job, and congratulations, and good luck. Okay, Tom, I want to get some of these guys that were instrumental on that field goal attempt that we had late in the game there. We've got Tim Huff and Ryan Zeider here. Ryan was the holder for the field goal attempt, which would have been a 27-yarder from the right hash. The snap appeared to be there, but it may have been getting a little bit damp. And but even on a fumble snap, you redeemed yourself. And I know when you were reaching down to pick up the ball as you started to roll, there was somebody that had a hold of the back of your jersey, and you came up with the ball and looking downfield, and Tim had released as he's coached to do so, and you got the ball out to it. Wasn't a pretty pass, two-handed shovel, but what an effort, super effort. What were your feelings on that?
The snap was there. It was a good snap. Just went between my gloves, and I saw a floater out there, and I saw the guy coming up, so I just threw it up, and Huff luckily was there and caught the ball.
Excellent job, and I'm sure these seniors want to praise you too. Tim, what instincts, the release from the line of scrimmage. That was a super effort, and I think maybe they'll retire the 88 tonight. I think the seniors will want to. Nice effort, Tim. Why don't you tell us about it?
I just saw the whole defense going off to the side, so I knew it must have been a bad snap, and I released like Coach teaches me to, and the ball was there.
Excellent job. I'll bet you Coach Lindgren sprints through that for you at practice to show you the moves, doesn't he? Okay, nice effort and super job, guys, and congratulations once again. Some of the junior Tigers that were very instrumental in this big victory for the Tigers tonight. Scott Sharp, super job on both sides of the ball tonight. Excellent effort on the defensive side.
Thanks.
What did you think of the ball game tonight?
We just came out and played as a team. You know, we said this one's for the seniors, so we just wanted to step it up and get it done for them. We came out on top.
Excellent effort, Scott. Good job. Seth Atkinson. Seth, you had a couple big runs there tonight. The screen passes there, and a super effort for that first touchdown. Jesse Smith got you a big block over there along the sidelines about the 10, and you turned it in, got hit about 3 times at the 5. Super effort. Why don't you tell us about that play and that touchdown?
They were covering it all night, and they knew it was coming and everything, and I heard them yelling it the whole time, and there was just great downfield blocking on that play, and I was lucky enough to get in the end zone.
Good job. Nice effort. Big victory. And then we got Mr. Weshy here, who played a super job on both sides of the ball. And I don't know what got into you tonight, but you were in. You put a lot of pressure on Kruger, the Blue Streak quarterback tonight, and you had him running scared.
Yeah. Well, just played as a team. Everybody else did their job and gave me a chance to get in there with everybody else hitting them.
It's good to have you back after that back injury early and where you sat out the Delta game, but just a super individual effort tonight and a group of guys that really came together, and we want to congratulate you on that, and very good job in putting the pressure on the quarterback and flushing him out.
Thank you very much.
I'm Glenn Small from NCTV. This is Tiger Football. Goodbye. Okay, here we are with the senior linebacker and offensive guard, Chris Baum. Chris, just a super effort tonight on both sides of the football. I saw that you came up with some big hits. What were the reads that you got on defense? I saw you in their backfield a lot tonight.
I don't know. It was just the total team effort, just doing what the coaches told me to. Just the team on it for tonight.
Just an excellent effort, and I had you called on numerous sacks and pressures and stops on their sweeps when they ran their student bodies left and right. And on the offensive side, you did a super job moving that defensive line out of the way. Just a super effort tonight, and hopefully we're going to be back for week 11 next week. And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are back at Tiger Stadium, and we wanted to talk to some of the Tiger cheerleaders. It took us a while to interview them because they had to go back in and do makeup with the rain, and now they're turning out the lights on us here. And it must have scared somebody on this Halloween night. Girls, just a super effort at getting the crowd back in this ball game tonight, and a super effort all year. And we could hear you up top, and I'm sure the players heard you out in the field. Are you ready for another week of football? Yeah! Did you want to do a quick cheer for us? That was a nice cheer. And we even had one get injured last week in the line of duty, and I think she got hit by the defensive nose tackle on the sidelines. But girls, we want to thank you for the support to the team this year, and keep it up, and now you got 4 more weeks of football. Yeah!